The 5x5 training program is the best for naturals. I've been training at the gym for over 13, 14 years. And guess what? I've tried many sorts of plans now to come to the conclusion. And I'll tell you why. The 5x5 is the best training program for natural athletes, all right? Especially if you're a beginner, you're lost, push-pull legs, the bro split, upper body, lower body, I don't know what. Guys, let's get back to the source. The 5x5 will work, will save you time, and will get you the best results, all right, that you're looking for, okay? Chances are you're watching this video, you're not trying to be a professional bodybuilder. You want to build some good strength, some good muscle mass, look good, look lean, look jacked, look strong, walk in the street, and people look at you and be like, whoa, this is the physique that I aspire to achieve, all right? And it can be done by simplifying things. And with the 5x5, what is the 5x5 training program? I've got some notes for you, all right? It's 5 exercises. Keep it simple, guys. Let's go back to the basics. Everybody want to have the golden era physiques, but nobody want to train like the golden era bodybuilder. Everybody want to put the bench, get the angle, 90-degree angle, get the crazy stretch, the crazy squeeze, science-based lifting. This is all BS, all right? I don't find much science-based lifter that surpassed what the golden era guys that were training with their intuition and with those exercises that I will mention had. All right, so back squat, that's one, or barbell squat. Okay, if you prefer front squat, go for the front squat. Number 2, bench press. Yes, the bench press is a good exercise. If you're telling me, well, it's not optimal for the shoulder, I don't know what. Guys, it has been done for hundreds of years. The bench press will help you build that upper body, all right? Your chest, your shoulders, your triceps, all the nervous system impact that it will give you. It's a great exercise. You get better at it. If your shoulders hurt, maybe your form isn't optimal, all right? So work on that form and make sure you're not ego lifting. I know a guy that told me, hey, the bench press, I don't do it anymore, it hurts. And every time he used to bench press, he used to go to failure to a point that he had to drop the bar on the right and on the left. Yeah, of course the shoulder hurt. You're doing it the wrong way, all right? Number 3, barbell rows. I barely see anybody doing barbell rows anymore. It's a great exercise that will work not only your lats, your erectors, your lower back, your hamstring, your glutes. Great exercise for the overall posterior chain. And it's hard, that's why nobody do it. And everybody want to sit on a chair, chest supported rowing. You can throw those machines in the garbage, okay? If you're doing your barbell back rows, that's all you need pretty much with some pull-ups, all right? Moving on, deadlifts. Yes, deadlifts, guys, are great. And I know I've told you guys that I've injured my back doing deadlift, but I was also ego lifting and I wasn't really focused. Now I do mostly stiff leg deadlift, but any sort of hip hinge will be able to be fitted in this program, all right? It's mainly to help us gain that, when you're doing the hip hinge, strengthening your hips, the muscles around the hips, the glutes, the posterior chain, all right? Engaging your core properly while you're hinging, all those, it's a movement pattern that we're trying to improve. And lastly, the overhead press, all right? Overhead press, standing overhead barbell press or dumbbell press. I like the barbell because I'm able to kind of put more weight. I don't need to think about the lift off. But any kind of standing overhead press, you know, back in the days, they used to gauge someone's strength by making him do an overhead press because you're pressing the weight overhead. It's as primal as it gets, right? So 5 exercises. Those exercises will work your entire body. You don't need to do anything else. Why they are so effective? Because they will cover many little muscles that you won't need to really isolate and stimulate and pump, and mind-muscle connection and stress and all that BS. Yes, the mind-muscle connection is good. Yes, all those stuff is good. But if you're a natural lifter, that's not what's gonna give you the most results, the most bang for your buck. You wanna impact your nervous system positively. You wanna get stronger at those lifts, and you want to go close to failure. So why those exercises are super good? Yes, like I said, they impact the central nervous system very positively, and they will help you increase your growth hormone and testosterone levels. When you're doing a barbell back squat and you have those, let's say, 3 plates and you're going down and up, you've got no safety. It's just a hard exercise. And guess what? Your whole body is mobilized so you can go down and up, as opposed to sitting on a leg extension machine and pumping your quads up. Which one is harder? Which one do you think will give you more results? Yeah, you might say I feel it better in the leg extension. It's all right. If I poke you, you'll feel the muscle because there's blood in there, but doesn't necessarily mean that you will grow from it. All right. We don't only need a blood flow or a pump, or not only getting that muscle to failure, because I can get my muscle to failure by doing 100 curl with my little shaker here, but it's also the stimulus that it has on the nervous system and working many muscles at the same time. Our body for thousands and thousands of years is used to moving many muscles at the same time. You walk in the street, you drop something, you pick it up, you squat down, you deadlift, you pick up that thing. Many muscles are engaged. You're not isolating only the the one angle of the quad to get that little chair that you just dropped, or the rock, or whatever you're hunting, or you're fighting a lion in the jungle. You know what I mean? So that's how the body will give you the best results. So the central nervous system stress. Number 2 is that we're getting stronger at those lifts, 5 by 5. All right, so the sets are 5, which means we're going pretty heavy, but it's not low reps to a point where your wrist getting injured. All right, so we're not doing PRs, we're going 5 by 5, and the volume is pretty high. So even if you stop at 1, even 2 reps short of failure, you are still getting stronger, because also you're doing a lot of volume. So you want to leave a bit in the tank every single set. All right, because you don't want to overstress your nervous system and go to failure. A lot of people do the mistake of going to failure on the compound lifts. This will do the counterproductive effect, which will overstress the nervous system. All right, and when you get stronger as a natural, guys, it's a must if you want to build muscle mass. You have to get stronger. There's no other way around. I've tried it. I've tried not getting stronger, maybe just doing a little bit more control reps, isometric, time under tension, blah, 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 less rest. It didn't give me the results as just adding weight on the bar. All right, sometimes it does help to go a little bit maybe slower and control and this and that. But on the compound lifts, adding weight on the bar is an uncontrollable. You can't cut corner with that. All right, and I'm specifying you gotta keep your form in check. I'm not saying you gotta swing the weight. All right, so the strength impact that comes with the 5 by 5, and the strength aspect will help you build more muscles. You're a stronger man, well, you'll be a more muscular man. Strength and muscle mass, muscle hypertrophy, they go hand in hand, especially for naturals. Someone that is enhanced can get away with keeping the weight the same, not adding weight on the bar, and pumping most of the time, because they are also relying on all the PEDs and stuff. All right, so we're working many muscles at the same time. Let's say we're doing a bench press, all right, or an overhead press. Overhead press, I like that example, the overhead press. You are not only working your front delts as you would have with your seated machine shoulder front presses, but now we are working also your side delts, and your rear delts are activated. Yes, it's not the most ideal for rear delts. You get a lot more rear delts when you're doing your barbell rows, but that's not the point. Your side delts are activated. Your what is it called? Your rhomboid muscles, the muscles around your rhomboids, your traps. Because you're standing and you're pressing the weight above, your scapula has to be stabilized, because you're not laying on a chair and supported on a chair, which means that your scapula muscles are working indirectly. Your triceps, because now you're exploding that weight, you're exploding that weight up with your triceps. Your core, your abs are engaged, your posterior chain, your lower back, your erectors, your glutes. All right, the whole body is working for you to be able to press that weight up. Your abs are engaged. All right, so the fact that you're working many muscles at the same time, your body will cause growth. All right, just see it that way, because it will impact your body as a whole, the stress that you're putting on your body. Since I started doing overhead presses standing with the barbell, even though the weight I'm using dropped, my shoulder blew up. I was training with the brother of Iron Bibi. He's a strong man, professional strong man, and this guy had the craziest shoulders ever. Like, what do you do, bro? I went to train shoulders with him. All the workout was spent doing overhead presses, trust me. And then we finished with a little bit of side delts and rear delts, like just 2 sets of 20 reps, just as an accessory. All right, so accessories are good, but that's not the bread and butter of your program. Now, why it's also effective? Because of the volume. We're doing 5 by 5. We're not just doing 3 sets, we're doing 5 sets. And I'm a big fan of high volume, especially for the compound lifts, because I feel like the more advanced you get, you need a little bit more sets to get the most out of each exercise. And having 5 sets of 5 on squat, going pretty hard, will be enough volume, that's for sure. All right, and you're getting the hypertrophy because it's not 5 by 2 or 5 by 3 where it's mainly strength. It's not sets of 8 neither, because doing sets of 8 for 5 sets will be a little bit too much, but I really believe it's the sweet spot. You know, and people that build that program, I believe it's like an intuition. It was done instinctively, not much science, just people that saw those exercises, they worked the whole body, and they started focusing more on them. All right, those are the steak and potatoes of your program, and that will give you the most results. Now, why also it works is because it's simple. It's simple things, guys. Often when we simplify stuff, it works. We get better results than when we overcomplicate stuff and we try to do many things. Let's talk about stocks. There is one stock ETF called the S&P 500, which is the 500 biggest companies of the United States. They all go up. All right, and it's simple. It's all of them in one ETF. You buy that and you just relax. You sleep on a comfortable pillow, as opposed to trying to buy the individual stock and overcomplicating your life. Oh, maybe I need to buy some Delta airline, McDonald's, Nike stock, Starbucks, blah blah blah, and then you get so lost trying to do everything, trying to get like the home run because you have so many options, as opposed to just buying the one thing that regroups a little bit of everything, which is super simple, and you put all your eggs in one basket. A lot of time we say don't put all your eggs into one basket, but I really believe that if you want to succeed in life, you gotta go all in. You gotta focus on one thing and you gotta give it your best. And that's what happens with the 5 by 5. When you tell someone just do your squats and focus on that, yes, you have another day of accessories where you're doing your leg extension, but today for your legs we're focusing on your squat. You are more likely to go all in on those squats and give them more attention, more focus, and then hence more results. All right, as opposed to if I told you today we're doing squats, leg press, walking lunges, Bulgarian split squat, and then we'll finish with single leg press, and I don't know what. You'll be like, my God, I have so many things to do. So you're kind of all over the place and you're not able to get the most out of each, and it's just too much. Simplify things, keep it simple in life, and you will see you will be able to focus on one thing, get it out of the way. All right, now what kind of split should you follow? If you're a beginner, you're intermediate, guys, this is where I like people to do their own homework. I give you those 5 exercises. The usual people will do, let's say, a 4-day split. Day 1 where they're doing, let's say, squat, bench press, and barbells. I'm just giving you an example. Day 2, they'll be doing, let's say, deadlift, overhead press, and squat, and they will do 5 by 5 and focus on those, and then finish off with a little bit of abs, calves, you know, the small muscles, a bit of arms. You can tailor it to yourself. I'm a big believer of taking something and tailoring it to yourself. For me, I take, let's say, the carnivore diet and I tailor it to myself. I add some starches, I add some fruits, and I call it my diet, because that's what worked for me. 5 by 5, use those exercises and make them the base and the center of your program, and then you can be like, you know what, I need a little bit more posterior chain. So let's say you would do your day 1 and day 2 with those big compound lifts, and then you will have 2 days of accessory lift where the accessory is a little bit more the isolations. All right, some people will do that. They will do a whole day for accessories. Other people will add accessories after the compound lifts and do 4 days compound accessories times 4. And other people will do 2 days the big compounds, finish with abs and calves, for example, and then 2 other days only accessories. I don't want to give you a rule for that. If you're someone that, me personally, what I would do a 5-day split of that, because it does need a little bit more rest, and I would do every single day that I'm training at least 3 of those big compound lifts, 5 by 5, and then I would finish with accessories. All right, and then you can slowly build it up. Also, why it's good, because so there's two styles. There's one that's called the McDo and strong lifts, but basically the 5x5 encourage people to add weight on the bar progressively, all right, which is progressive overload, all right. A lot of people will start trying to add weight every single week. It's not sustainable. Don't try to add 5 pounds to your bench every single week, because at a certain point you'll just start ego lifting and getting injured. But the idea of always trying to add weight on the bar, after years and years and years of training, I came to the conclusion that for naturals, it's just what it takes, all right? We gotta get stronger, and we gotta keep that strength in, all right? Because the second you lose your strength, trust me, your muscles are going also, all right? So you gotta keep those hard sets of compound lifts in. So that's pretty much it for this video, guys. Now, am I doing this plan? I'm doing more of a very, very modified bro split, just because I want to compete again, you know. So I want to really give more attention to some body parts for me, and that is why I'm not going with this plan. But if I wouldn't be competing, 100%, that's what I would do. Mostly compound lifts, the 5x5. And I have the strongman that I was talking about, that's pretty much what he does. Strongman and powerlifter, that's how they train. And most of them, if they would drop their body fat a bit, trust me, the shape that they would have would be unreal. All right, now some of them go a lot for PRs, but they got something going. The powerlifting community, they got something going, knowing that most of the focus are in simple exercises, you know. Squat, bench press, barbell rows, deadlift, overhead press, pull-ups, dips, lunges. What do you need more? Machines, yeah, they're a little plus, but that's pretty much it. That's it for this video, guys. And most of the golden era bodybuilders, that's how they trained. I had a video about all the golden era training plans, and that's pretty much what it was. So see you guys soon. If you like that video, leave a like, leave a comment. Thank you for watching. See you soon. Ciao.